Okay. Okay. I think everyone hears me well. So, big thank you for the nice introduction. And I would like to speak about Automic, which is a product which. Come on. No. Take your time. So I would like to speak about Automic, which is a product which helps you to orchestrate your daily business, right? So we are in the market for more than 30 years, and we are used by companies like Bosch, like Allianz, and many banks. So we are big here in helping them to automate their daily business, and even these big banks are really working with Hadoop. They have their big data initiatives because of they have their mobile data, they have their web pages and etc. So everything which generates a huge amount of data, and but their problem is that they have their legacy application in place, and they can't replace them with modern technology. So here is where Automic really is coming into the game. So we are helping these type of companies to bring the technologies from all ages together and put together a strong and reliable business process. So let's see why you're sitting here, right? So statistics are always good in presentations. Some analysts, in this case Gartner, predict or has surveyed that BI and analytics is the biggest investment for companies today, right? So and we see it in the market, and this is the reason why we are dealing with this as well. So, but the reality is also this one. So in such a big organization we are dealing with, it takes really a couple of days, even weeks, to just install a new data source in Linux box, etc. So this statistic shows that it's sometimes and this really costs money, right? So and this is the reason why they asked us, help us here, because of the marketing officers, the business owner really doesn't accept that they can't get the data from their campaigns not good enough because of some hardware, some machine, some software application couldn't deliver, couldn't be in charge in time as expected. So, and we see here also a big problem in the big organizations, in customers from us. So they have all kinds of technologies, and what they need. They need a solution to bring everything together. So we have here the Linux, the Windows machines, their scripts, their cron scripts. They have all kinds of scheduling solutions in place, like in the ERP solutions. So they're working well itself, right? So there's no doubt about it, and they are powerful in this specific area. So, but what's happened? So the problem is, we see here, the problem is this one. So everything is a silo, everything communicates with each other in somewhere. So, but this picture, to draw this picture, it could be very tricky for them. And it's very tricky for them to identify in case of error. So why a specific application didn't run as well as it should expect it because of data from a different other application couldn't be retrieved. So, so this is really this huge net, as you see here. This is common in bigger enterprise application, bigger enterprise infrastructures. So, and here Automic really comes into the game because of here's another picture about which they describe this problematic. So we have here on the left-hand side the various data sources. So this could be old stuff like Excel or CSV files, pretty common nowadays. Even then we have from the ERP solutions. So, but what they want and what their goal is to bring everything into one big, we call it here data lake, right? So data lake, and here is clearly the Hadoop with its cost effectiveness and its scalability in terms of size, very important for them. So, but what they have here, they have to struggle. They have to bring their old data, they have to bring the information from the legacy application together to put it in a reliable way, fill it in this way here, the data lake. Because of here on the right-hand side, there are the applications which retrieve the information, which make use of the information, and which building business decisions out of these information. So, and here on the right-hand side, there's also an issue, right? So, because of, we have modern applications which looks good and which are working very well with Hadoop, with other big data solutions. But if you have a look in such organization, in normal IT organizations, which there are other applications which are not so good in connecting with Hadoop, which are not as powerful in handling all this unstructured information stored in Hadoop. So, and then you need a platform, a solution which helps you to bring everything together and build up really a process to tie together. So, because of, and here are a couple of statistics which are pretty good, waking you up. So I think this number above, I think, is pretty well known. So we're in that 10% of the 90% of the data is new. So it's created in the past 2 years. So so we see it on Walmart, for example, also a customer from us who has 1 million business transaction a day, and we have Facebook, also a customer who's dealing with such business. Even Facebook, which have an ultra-modern infrastructure, ultra-modern solutions, but for accounting, they're using traditional ERP solutions, and they're struggling to put everything together. So this is the reason why we are in the game. So we're helping them to acquire the money, right? So to get the money to feed their employees. So so this is the reason why big data is very important, and this is the reason why we as a company investing so much in building interfaces into the big data world. Here another statistic from, in this kind, Capgemini. So this is that 70% of the CEOs really think about big data. So if you're a partner and being active in the big data business, so these are really interesting numbers for you, because of they're looking for your knowledge, they're looking and helping you to be active in the space, because of they're also worried about big data, and for good reasons, because of we see in the market new vendors, new players who's dealing, who using big data and all the other stuff, the modern technologies better than the old ones, and they are more competitive, and they see it as really market advantage against them, and they have to do something, right? Otherwise they might be struggling and will must leave. So we all know, this is the reason why you're here, big data. But big data means it's also a different technology stack, right? So it is really also sometimes a really different type of thinking. So it is not as easy as it looks like, especially if you have to deal with really big data, amount of data coming in, or if you have to deal with a pretty large number of different data sources, struggling and putting together, and etc. So And this one, depending how much microstrategies you're driving, if you're driving microstrategy, it could happen that the data created by that double or triple, right? So, and you need a platform which can handle it without any issues. So, and then, and this is the biggest problem nowadays, I think, skills, right? You need to have the people dealing with it. So, and so this is also then important to have a platform which helps you to run and to build up all these parts together in an easier way, right? So it means it is not that anyone left the university could do it. So, but the entrance barrier, I think, with Automic is in this case easier, as you would expect from solution which you would develop by your own or with other technologies. So we have here, for example, this is a typical technology stack, right? Nowadays in your bigger organizations, we have here web services, we have the classical Linux, Unix shells, we have Hadoop with MapReduce, we have data warehouses, business intelligence, ERP, you name it, right? So these are powerful technologies, and but you need to master them, right? So you need to have the experts dealing them, and these experts has to be available at the time you need them. So that means it is sometimes good to have a platform which makes it easier to deal with those type of technologies. Or here, running a daily business, right? So developing something new is always exciting. It's always great, but you have to keep the lights on, right? So you have to do the daily business, and it takes a lot of time to do this. So to keep the lights on, and you see so this is just the daily business, and being relying on a platform which does it for more than 30 years, I think here it is much easier to keep the lights on, and this is also a factor which is cost redundant here. So I'm speaking so often about Automic and how they can help you. So here is, I think, it's the first picture which demonstrates how to deal with it, right? So we have here on the left-hand side the technology stack, so which is pretty common in large organizations like SQL, file transfer, etc. So the technology stack you get with Automic offers everything, right? So everything a typical enterprise enterprise organization requires is built in Automic and can be relatively easy to use to put together. We call it in workflow. So that means you define for your business needs a workflow with all the dependencies, and Automic runs it as is required, right? This could be driven by events, etc. So this is here really the platform you get, and with Automic as a big vendor in this area, you can be sure that we are implementing always the newest technologies, that you put new and legacy applications together. So this is our goal, and we are dealing with it. So here are the issues, right? So SAP, e-business, others, right? So these are classical ERP solutions, pretty important still in organizations. So it is important to run them, to bring it together with your other strategies. So we have we are capable to handle your big data initiatives, right? So this is also very important. So then with Automic, as I already explained, you lower the complexity implementing such solutions. So you're dealing with our platform. The details and the complexity is mostly handled by by our solution. So then we also, and you have seen our front end, we are offering front end that even business users, right? So dealing with business purpose could put together workflows, could put together solutions together, not really knowing the details of how it's really handled in the back end, but who cares, right? They know they need this step in the business process, they need another step, they have their business library, so they're putting together building dependencies between the processes and just deciding when and how often this process will start, right? And then Automic takes care running this one without any human interaction. So this is also an important and useful feature of the product. And it is also reliable, right? Automating makes business processes more reliable. So this is also fact. So humans make errors. And if you are able to automate things, it is not even faster, it is also more reliable because of it's always the same stuff. So if you are, for example, building a process, setting up a Linux box, if you're automating this, right, so the Linux box will look like every time the same, right? And this most, so at least in the base installation, it is acquired, right? So if you put a human in front of it doing this, yeah, it might look like in 82% if you have learned correct, right? So the other 18%, yeah. And with automation, you can raise up this there. You can improve also the quality. Same with this data analytics, putting data together. So if Automic if Automic is putting everything together and it has full control over the entire process, you can be sure that process A as an Automic waits as long as process A takes and then continues with the next step. And if Automic controls everything, you can also save time because of you can be sure that Automic monitors the process A as long and then wait until process is done. So there's no need for you to put this time space between two processes because of you never know how the process A runs really, and sometimes it runs longer, and you say you put 10 minutes on, right? So to assure it. So you're losing 10 minutes every day, but with Automic, when the process runs 10 minutes longer, the other process takes automatically the start time of the following process waits 10 minutes longer because of both processes depending on each other. So this is here also a very important issue. And then also, and especially when you have to deal with tax organizations and other legal authorities, you need to have you need to have the governance, right? So everything Automic is tracked, every interaction is tracked. You can always track when it was started by whom, which results. So it is very easy for you to prove what's going on in an organization. We have the user interfaces which helps you to monitor all the processes in total. So you get with Automic really the advantage to monitor your entire business processes as with a big picture. So, but in case of an error, you really work down to the details and figure out, okay, this application failed for any reason. So, and then you can work on the proper solution. So we are not new in the business, right? So and many of our we have many customers who help working with us in order to be successful in the market. So and let's start with Netflix, who is really, by the way, is Hadoop customer. So they're using Hadoop heavily. So but with Automic, they bring all parts of the organization together, and with Automic, they're running their business, right? Hadoop is just one part in their business, but a very important one. But Automic is also helping them to keep the lights on. So we have with this Ocean Stray, we have a solution which which is a business warehouse. We keep in here the infrastructure up and running, because they have also understood that automating most here helps to have repeatable processes, make it everything more reliable. So, and NHS, you know, NHS is the English health system, highly centralized, have hundreds of books, and so that means financial close is really an issue for them. We help them automating a lot of these processes, and so so now that they're able to reduce the time they have the financial close. So this is also an issue. So we are talking about all kinds of automation, right? So this could be financial close automation, this could be Hadoop automation. So Automic is in every area strong, and we see here that we have also with this car phone, so they was able to reduce the complexity in the infrastructure because of with Automic they have an aligned platform, and so this kind of stuff. So we see in a lot of examples where with Automic as a platform, you are able to streamline your business and your business process flows. So this is why we are here, and this is why we are also here on this conference, because of we know that here we are meeting customers who have mature hardware, mature IT infrastructure, but they are looking also for new IT infrastructure. And what they need is that they need somebody who helps them to bring everything together and to build up a big data strategy, but not forgetting the daily business that they have running right now. So because of not everyone is a startup, not everyone is a small agile solution vendor which have everything in charge and went on their own. So because most of the organization running for many years will very high successfully, they have an over time complex and powerful IT infrastructure, and with Automic we're helping them to streamline this infrastructure with services to make to keep automation where it is possible, to help IT departments to outsource all or automate all the simple stuff and just keep focus on the complex stuff. So this is here our numbers. So we have 2,600 customers worldwide, and more important, in my opinion, is this 95% retention rate. That means they are with us for many years, and they're not looking for others because they're happy with us. So we are Austrian based. So but most of our customers sitting of our 650 employees sitting in Vienna. So they are the architects, the developers, but we have also offices in Vietnam, in US, so there's also developers, etc. So, but we have customer base all over the world. So we are also recognized by analysts, for example, Gartner. So yeah, Gartner. So they put us in their magic quadrant in the top right corner, which is very positive. So they're seeing us also as a vendor for automation business with a strong portfolio, with a strong product, and helping customers to be successful in market as a new age today, because of every age has its challenges, and here we have to deal with tons of data, right, generated by all kinds of sources. Big data is cool to do this, but we should not forget the legacy systems, because of they're in charge and they make money, right? So they are the reason why they're doing, why you are in the business. And with Automic, you can start keeping your lights on and moving to a new direction. So this is what I want to say. So are there any questions? No, it doesn't look like.